Yeah.
So there's the video,
Right.
and we're ready for that.
So it's recording now, and it's live. So if you go on the Facebook, honey, go on the Facebook and click on the link. Tim, go to
Go to
Facebook
Facebook.
and click on the link and see if you come in. What is it? The meeting has been ended. This meeting has ended. Okay.
Click into where?
Tonight on the
Barbie.
So the main video is still. I feel like it's. Do y'all see that? I'm just trying to get this one thing. Once we get this one thing fixed, I'm good.
Not Barbara's page.
This is a mess.
On my timeline, I think we need to share it out from there.
Is this playing? For some reason, the main video that you guys are trying to play is not being picked up on the share screen. Like if I play this one,
That one? You know what I think it is?
like you see that one, right?
The Zoom link. So we're gonna come to the Zoom link here.
Okay, we trying to make sure we check these clips up there.
You have to leave the meeting, leave this meeting to go
Live.
on the new meeting.
Go ahead. Live event, live
Let me see. Event, and then Chester Whitmore. There we go.
Okay, now play,
There we go.
there's the clip. I see it. I see something in there. I know you got it on strobe.
Welcome,
I'm feeling
welcome,
that.
welcome.
And welcome.
What are the?
So do we need to mute? Do we need to mute that computer, or do we need to put headphones in that?
No, you need to, just put it in, and I mute that, stop that for circles, because right now it's going like this, bang, bang.
Sam, you see it? Some T over there? That box all the way back against the wall. See that box? Yeah. That's Cuz. I don't choose. I don't choose. Put your hand on my cheek. Go like this. I touch my teeth. Make you do it. Make you clean up. Uncle Sam janitorial service.
But nobody can get in until we, somebody has control of the Zoom to let them in. But that's Tim.
iPhone?
Yeah.
What's that going on, Linda?
That was an amazing. We got some stuff going on here, partner. I am so excited tonight. We have an amazing honoree announcement that you and I are doing tonight on this Thursday evening. Welcome out there in Zoom land. How are you?
You know they're doing good because we got the genius coming up. Tell them what that genius name is and let's bring him on.
Absolutely. The amazing Chester Whitmore.
Chester Whitmore.
Hey guys, hey! I ran from backstage. Come on down out here, dear.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Linda? And how you doing, Mr. Roscoe A. Owens? How you doing, sir?
We good.
Well, you know, I can't help it. I got a great partner and a genius on the phone. I can't help it but be blessed.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here and everything else. I hope everybody's been safe and everybody out there in television land is doing everything. And it's great. I mean, Linda, can I ask you, how long y'all been doing this legend? This.
All right.
¿Qué pasa?
This is so exciting, y'all.
Dale pues. So now, do you want now when we come in? Are you guys saying something when we come in? Are we going straight to this video? What are we doing?
That's going straight to that video
At
first.
7 o'clock.
And we don't come in until after 25 minutes after that. It's 25, 23. 25 minutes after that. And that ends, we are in here.
So we start with the main video,
Correct.
25 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Then what?
Then we're back live here. Linda will be there. Roscoe will be there.
He will be here.
I'll be in there. You look like an Oreo cookie.
And then where we going?
Then we'll have a discussion. We'll talk about for a minute, and then Roscoe will say something about a certain band leadership, and he'll have a clip, and that's approximately 7 minutes. That's the second clip.
The second clip is 7 minutes.
It should be 7 minutes, but it's right within there.
I don't know why they put me over here if I don't want to be seen on the screen.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Then the third clip.
And then it comes back to here again, live again. We'll come back to us again. Does it tell the time on it? On the clip?
I'll get your, I will put you on the screen before.
We got to cut that. All right, well, we'll catch you guys.
And he says, so you're gonna see some of your amazing work.
Okay.
Right and forth down in the middle.
That's on?
So we're gonna watch this for 25 minutes? No, Miss Barbara. I thought you said.
The first one is 25 minutes. So you don't have to really be here, but you can be here right now.
Well, we wanna see that you're in the.
You want to make sure you got that live. All right?
Okay, now I'm gonna ask the question again. So we're gonna see this for 25 minutes? See what? No, not that film, no, Nick.
A time for climbing hills for leaning out a window sill, admiring the daffodils above. A time for holding hands together, a time for rainbow colored weather, a time for make believe, what we've been dreaming of. As time goes drifting more.
And so do I. But oh my friend, what is the sky?
You got the headphones on over here. Are you trying to listen to your headphones too?
No, the headphones, I put them in there so that.
I think you turned it off. Oh, to cut off.
Circular thing that was going on.
What about we just put it just at 3.5?
That's fine.
Is that pretty? We're going live.
I'm gonna pull that, and I'm gonna put 3.5 in there.
Can you share this to Facebook?
Because that cuts it off. Right there. So when we do this.
You guys talking to Mike?
Okay, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Just Whitmore, Roscoe, Owens, in the jazz zone. You're in the jazz zone. Yeah.
Yes. Try to talk without your mask.
Okay. How you doing?
Yes. Oh, much better. Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Oh, Lord.
Amon, can you hear me? How you doing?
Tim,
Here's a song you know.
you have your phone here. Can I probably go over here better outside?
Yeah.
Are you tuned into the Zoom on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone.
Linda living.
I just swung it.
Yeah. Who's that here?
I gotta have old been up. And then,
Too smooth.
and then all the microphones we got, and I got to have a been up.
It's,
What's the,
Yeah, I need to hear what they're hearing.
the song? I did a, they said, look at this wall. Everybody was doing this thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah, so now we can make a decision about that now. I'm not really hearing from where, but I don't know what I'm saying.
okay, there you go. I know what to do. You got to pick up the speaker again, don't you? Right. I was going to cut that one off. I need a cord.
What kind of board?
Okay, it's 7:01, y'all.
All right, so then are we ready for the video?
Yes.
Let me see.
Are we ready?
Joycelyn, how are you out there in Zoom? See you on the screen, lady. How are you? That's my big sister, y'all. Joycelyn Tomlin.
Right there, Ross.
Jocelyn.
Roscoe.
Oh, that's she.
Roscoe. That's what I was telling you about.
Yeah, when
Yes.
you said that, I looked at it, I said, Tony just mentioned that, and do I know? I have to, if I see her face, I gotta know.
Yeah.
They partners like that.
I'm
Welcome,
feeling
welcome,
that.
welcome.
And welcome.
What an
What was that
amazing
going on,
opening.
Linda?
That was an amazing opening, Roscoe. We got some stuff going on here, partner. I am
Yes.
so excited tonight. We have an amazing honoree announcement that you and I are doing tonight on this Thursday evening. Welcome out there in Zoom land. How are you?
You know they're doing good because we got the genius coming up. Tell them what that genius name is and let's bring him on.
Absolutely. The amazing Chester Whitmore.
Chester
Hello.
Whitmore.
Hey guys, hey. I ran from backstage. Come on down out here, dear.
Yes,
How,
sir.
how you
And
doing, Linda? And how you doing, Mr. Roscoe Lee Owens? How you doing, sir?
Well, you know, I can't help it. I got a great partner and a genius on the phone. I can't help it but be blessed.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here and everything else. I hope everybody's been safe and everybody out there in television land is doing their thing. And it's great. I mean, Linda, can I ask you, how long y'all been doing this legend, this thing?
you know, we have been doing this for 10 years. This is our 11th year. And in our 11th year, we are rebranding under the new banner of the Lamert Park Jazz and Blues Society. Yes.
Oh, Lamert Park, yeah. I call Lamert Park the last stand,
Yeah, and it is. And we're going to be sure that we're standing in the last stand.
That's right. That's
Absolutely. Our queen mother, Miss Barbara Morrison,
Yeah.
has gifted us with the opportunity to join forces and do this work that we've been doing alongside each other for all these years with the birth of Lamert Park Jazz and Blues Society. Y'all stay tuned because it's going to be a whole lot more coming with that. But tonight it's all about you, Chester. You are our first honoree announcement. The event will take place later in the year. We're hoping and we're praying that we could be opened up by July so that we could be face to face and be able to present you and give you your flowers while we're still alive to give them
Oh,
to you.
I heard that. There's a lot of people we give homage to that opened the doors for us and it wasn't around to get their homage around. And we're blessed right now to be where we are right now to do this, to do things like this and stuff. So
Yes, sir. My partner Roscoe and I, we've been doing this under a couple of banners. And so we just keep the ball moving. Roscoe,
And,
tell them.
I
you
know
know,
Roscoe.
the interesting thing, it goes from Dal Scott McDuff from the Jamming Foundation to the Living Legends to right now we come to what you're saying, the essential part of our culture in Los Angeles, the Lamert Park, which gave birth to the Vision Theater and the vision that my partner Linda Morgan Sam had when I met her in doing this process in this project. She said 10 years, but I know it's about 11 and a half years. We've been really working at it.
Yes, sir. Started with Buddy Collette.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Flora Bryant.
Yes.
And Michael White. May they all rest in peace. They were our first honorees in 2010 at the Regency West, right here in Lamert Park. And then we moved on over and started doing our work with Miss Barbara Morrison right there in her theater that she has now named right there on the corner of Magnet and 43rd, the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. And
I'm getting
she is
echo
just
coming out.
amazingly busy, keeping things going. We're here. We're going to be here. We're here in the center as we do this work even tonight.
Oh, well, it's good. No better place than to do it where the heart spot is, where the blues and jazz will be.
Right, that's right. In fact, because you're so busy, I want to know because you were talking earlier today, how many things you are engulfed and engaged with because of your
Something's
genealogy
echoing.
and your history. What are you doing right now currently?
Something's echoing.
Currently,
Yeah.
right now, I can say currently, well, currently right now, I'm sitting right here with some great people, but I've been called on to do several.
It ain't
I
us.
did several big things. Just today, I just got
It
called
ain't
on
us.
to doing a.
Hear
Believe it or not,
us.
they're going back to. They used to do a lot of the jazz and beer commercials and liquor commercials, but they're using with good, sophisticated swing and jazz music and blues music.
He didn't move.
And in order to sell it, they
Come.
had to think backwards. They had to think
It's
completely
over here.
backwards
He didn't.
jazz, and they needed some dancers to do it. And they said, "Well, what kind of dancers we got?" Because most of the business is more hip hop. And I said, "Well, this guy I know that does nostalgic dancing, and gave me 3 rings 3 nights ago, and then tonight they called me up and wanted to know would I come down and do it. Now they knew the dance, but they did not know I was a dancer or choreographer either. Until some of the dancers they were hiring say, "How did you get this?" And there was an old guy named Chester Whitmore told me to come on down. He said, "Oh yeah, is he choreographing?" And they said, "Oh, he choreographs?" He said, "Yeah, don't you know who you had?" Right? They didn't know it. So then the producers called me back and said, "Would I come on down and do a segment in this commercial?" That just came through. I just got a hold of a mythologically um, action martial arts film, like Mortal Kombat. Got casted into that film, and I'm supposed to play a medieval character. There's 12 medieval characters that have lived over 400 to 700 years on this planet, and I play one of those guys' characters. Because they wanted somebody of color to show. They had Asians and they had the other. They said we got to have some black gods in there, so they asked me to play a part of that. I will be doing the next tomorrow night. We'll be doing a thing for the history of black dance in America with the one and only Ron Parker. With
Yes.
that's gonna be hot. That's one of my groups I created called the Central Avenue Dance Ensemble. And then of course I was the face of Los Angeles for Black History Month of this year. CBS called me in to do the story of Central Avenue and talking about the jazz idiom. From there, then I went from there to Channel 9, and then to Channel 9 to Channel 11. And it's moving like crazy. And then I'm working on. It was supposed to be at the end of February, but I call it Black History doesn't only start till only in February. This is the you know how you have an earthquake,
Yes.
and what comes after the earthquake? The
The
aftershock.
shank.
The aftershock. Well, I'm having the aftershock right at the end of February, going into March. I'm doing a 3 day film extravaganza montage of black art, of films out of my collections that I was showing out of the historical people that I learned from, like Lon Hampton. I traveled with Lon Hampton for 6 months on his tour. Les Brown's orchestra. I played drums with the Count Basie Orchestra. I was one of that Count Basie's last drummer with the help of Frank Foster was there, but I met him through uh, my teacher that helped me create that inspired me to be a band leader. It got me being a band leader, which was Roger Hamilton Spots.
Of the
Roger,
Jimmy Owens Jazz Trio.
that's right.
Roger.
That's right. That's right. Jimmy Owens. That's it. And all of those were figures and people that influenced me to start the band. Now I come from I come from a jazz family, but I mean, a lot of people might not know it. I didn't even know so because my father was a bass player on Central Avenue. And I did, but I never we never talked about too much stuff. I was into my own world, and it was so funny that I would get back into music after junior high school, and unfortunately I went to Dorsey High, and I auditioned. I got into the marching band. I was in the Philharmonic, the symphony classical band, and tried for the jazz workshop, but I didn't get right into that until right after that. Then I started. Uh, Listening to a lot of the different types of records, famous records like Count Basie, Ellington, Jay McShann, and stuff like that. And everybody said, "Why do you like that old stuff?" Just like the world of dance, I love the world of dance, and that kept me going. The different music, hearing the different syncopation, and knowing that the black idiom of this legacy of jazz music and blues uh, it arrived from us. It came from us. And I had a lot of my friends that were in different type of bands. And I used to say, we used to go watch Al Jarreau and all these great. I said, one day I'm going to catch up with them. I'm going to be just like one of those guys, or I'm going to get a chance to meet these guys. And it came in fruition. So through my dance, it came in fruition. It came a lot from my dancing, learning with a lot of my world of vernacular jazz dancing, from Trayar Nicholas to Clarence Landry to work at Ellington, Francis Neely, Catherine Dunham. I met a lot of them. From them, of course, you had to have great music. So I had to understand, in order to understand the dance, I had to understand that music just as much as anything else. So I understand about tempos and what makes the inner ear, certain people hear certain things. And that's when I watched how these different band leaders would do. Basie would do certain things, or Ellington, his masterful pieces is in his fingers and his mind, the way he writes composition. And Basie makes you get into that groove. I had to, each person has their own thing. You have to find your own niche. That's what makes these band leaders as great as they are, you know. And if you understand about music and you understand about banding and understand about the art of people, what makes them move, what makes not, that's what makes a band leader. No matter how big the band is or how small the band is, it's that an influence of how you reach people. And I had to sit there and watch a lot of it. I watched Cab Calloway. I watched how he is. He's a showman. He was like the Michael Jackson of that time, but he's electrifying. All the bands are electrifying. And I watch these bands, not only the band leader, but everybody in the band, side men
The
and the
intricacy,
side
brother.
women. They were just as powerful, that reached the climatic of the audience. Oh, that's why, you know, I used to tell people, what's the difference between uh, jazz musicians and a rock and roll musician? When you go to a rock and roll club and listen to these guys talk, is they said they talk about their instrument. Hey, I got a Gibson, I got a Hammond B3, I got a this. When you talk about jazz musicians, they talk about the person. Did you see? Did you hear Nina Simone last night? Oh, no. That's the only thing. If you ever noticed that, listen to the conversation. And I tell the person, it's not the instrument that makes it work. It's that person.
You
Absolutely.
know, you said something very, very, very important. The art of people. Understanding that is understanding the basics of how you enter any kind of collusion with the mindset.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely that. It's that type of thing, and people. I think some of the nowadays people fail to get that. They fail to get that. But
Yeah, they
I
feel
watched that, and I watched that very carefully when I watch not dancers, musicians, comedians. I mean, there's timing, there's time. And when I met Roger, it was at a time we were putting a show together. I came in, and guess who show I was putting together? You were to crack up. Zola Taylor and the Platters.
Lola, okay.
And the Platters. And he was playing music for them. And we was going over some notes and I was hearing some things and saying, he said, that's a pretty good chord. Let me do that. And he played something. And he said, That's good. You need to write that down. I said, I would write that down if you show me how to write it. and then, and then, well, we would clown around, and he hang out, and then I would come and do some of his shows and stage his show. And he would at that time he was working with the great legendary Leonard Reed. Reed, the first pioneer of Afro-American black showbiz. Leonard Reed was there, and that's why I learned a lot about how to put shows together. And I watched him how you conduct a band, how you work with musicians, and that's a lot of. I learned it's a hell of a thing. I thought working with a dance group was hard, but working with musicians, the big band is something because you got to understand everybody's mentality. You know, everybody has a certain mentality. You got to keep them in a one unit. We're into that music. We have to be there for that, whatever that job is, to entertain them. You got to hit them. Got to know the tempos. We got to lay it. The one thing that I uh, became different on my, what Roger said, you should put what you do into your conducting. So what I did was went back to the symphonic thing, the classical thing. And I watched all the major Philharmonic guys doing the classicals and learning the different signatures with your hands and stuff. And I said, that's interesting movement. I said, that would be interesting if I would have did it like this and put some rhythm into it. So I would put some rhythm into it and change that out. Then I would start doing things and having notes. And the important thing about it, I would take sheet music home and learn every note, everybody's section and walk on stage. He said he doesn't have no sheet music in his hand. How's he going to conduct this? I said, I know everybody's part. And I could sit there and said, oh, you came in late on your trumpet solo. Or you messed up on and everybody in the band looking at me like, how does he know he don't have no sheet music?
You know what? As you're talking about that, because we're talking about a lot, what I want to do also, Linda, is talk about and show who will be involved and who we're honoring as it's coming up, because that's the coordination of I'm going to use what you said, the art of people. And I think if Kijana, if you can run that showcase of what we're doing in the Leimert Park and who we are going to honor that's coming up, that would be a wonderful time right now.
Oh, you got a bunch of people coming on there. Woo-hoo!
Yes, sir. All of you are our 2021 honorees. We are so excited, and we are so excited that we are kicking this off with you. I know as a big band leader, you are an amazing person. You just told us in 10 minutes about your fascinating world. You talked about being a dance choreographer. You talked about being a movie producer. You talked about being the big band leader. And as a jazz living legend, big band leader for Opus One, how many musicians are in that band?
It's usually it's 18.
18 pieces.
18, and we fluctuate from like 22 to about it can go up to about 28. But then when I work with the larger with the soundtracks and stuff, I can work with the strings and stuff, and that's in another department though. We do certain soundtracks and stuff. And
Wow. So,
we have a numerous of great musicians in there. A great partner of Alvin Starks. He's been with me, partner in crime. Alvin Starks has been playing trombone. They did all through it. They made a great. The one on Bob Lee on bass. You know.
I haven't met him, but I've
Huh?
seen him. He's my Facebook friend, Alvin Starks. Isn't
Oh
that
yeah.
amazing?
Yeah, well, Alvin is something else. Alvin is amazing. He writes, he does great imagination. The thing with the band is this, what makes it interesting is I don't want this musician to say, I'm just here for the gig, I'm going to play the music and that's it and walk out. You know, they're great players, they're great readers. But I think what got some people confused when they came on the band, they thought this was going to be a normal big band. When they leave, they go, that is not an ordinary band because I tell them, you are the show. You're not. I didn't hire you just to be a side man and just read the music. If that, I might as well play a record. I'm not. I don't want that. It's got to be authentic. Everybody on that stage has their own personality. You got to jump into it. But we're gonna play that music right. We're gonna play this. But when it has the time for you to do the solo, I want you to do your solo. And I pull energy into it. And one of the guys told him, Alvin him said, when I'm conducting, and the guy said, if Chester's not dancing when he's conducting, we're not playing that music right. I,
Yeah.
he said, you gotta make him move if we're gonna make them other people move. So I put the energy into them. They pump it back to me to pump it back out to the audience.
And
Wow, that's what we want to be able to see. We're going to find a clip of you doing your magnificence in your conducting of the big band and just show our audience and show them exactly what we're talking about here. Your amazing skills as a big band leader.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I have to have one. In 1999, I was rated by the great Kenny Burrell as had me on stage, and it was like we were doing the Duke Ellington bicentennial, and had it there. And he said, we're gonna have the seven of the top band leaders that were alive, that were still around, that were the big band leaders. And I said, wow, that ought to be an interesting show. And then I get a call and said, well, he wants you to be on the show. I said, okay, well, I guess I'm going to get ready to get my tap shoes together and I get ready to get a tap dance and do my thing. And then I looked on the list. He said, you bring one of your charts. I say, what kind of charts? He said, no, make it very musical charts. He said, well, that's going to be easy for me to dance to. I can dance off of anything, you know. He said, no, bring it something uniquely. So I brought one of these old chip tracks, not a track, arrangements of Ready, Set, Go by Ellington. Come to find out, in the band, he said, you're going to be the seventh band leader that we're honoring on there. I didn't know it. I just thought I was just coming and doing a dance.
yeah.
He said, no, you're not dancing, you're conducting. I said, what?
See,
So
a lot of people know your geniusness, your skills, and it is actually you are a making of Black history in a sense in the now consistently. You got the great Bob Lee, which you know, uh, um, it's just incredible what you do.
well, we keep it going, and the object is to keep it going for new musicians and the newcomers that are coming. You know,
That's right.
I mean, this is not to dish the new music today. The new music, that's what they do. I mean, I got respect. They got to learn to have respect for what we have brought. You know, because it wouldn't be for that they wouldn't have nothing. So it
Well,
has.
you see, you made that real clear in your presentation of who you are and how you're here based on all of those shoulders that you were talking about that you stood on to learn and get involved in increasingly bring it to the people. And consequently, I know a lot of young folks are watching you in your dance and your I'm just gonna say in your geniusness because at one time you put the commercial together for the Jazz Zone in a food court on a phone, and we were just, this is so long ago. I said, this man used the phone, he hooked this thing around and created an entire commercial that I'm still using now. And that had to be 19. When you say 19, you had already moved to a long time. So I thank you again in public, in my heart, because I understand and thankful.
Well, thank you, thank you. Jazz Zone been popping it out, boy,
That's
because
right.
we need some jazz shows now. You know,
Yes.
but I definitely want you guys to be ready. Linda, you gotta be there for my. They said, I don't even know what they call it. All I know is that your people gonna come. I'm doing my 3 day televisation of jazz music. It'd be jazz music. It'd be dance. It's gonna be historical. It's gonna be film. My classical film. It's my own. It's my own television station called BBN, Vernacular Broadcasting Network, and
VB.
like a VVN, and inside of VVN there are other networks and shows that people can come on and utilize. Like if certain shows that Roscoe, you're doing a certain thing. There's a show called Sepia Television. And they said sepia, what's that? That's my version of BET, of black television. And because sepia, a lot of people don't know. They say, "What's the color of a film?" Or I said, "Yeah," but before Ebony, before it was Jet magazine, before that, it was our own black magazine, and it had all the beautiful black women on it. And it was called Sepia.
See, see, that's history right there.
And so
Right, right here learning it.
So
Absolutely.
when you look on it, you get a sepia magazine. It's worth a lot of money. And I said, that'd be good for a station. Let's call our sepia TV. And so from there, we showed nostalgic films like Oscar Micheaux. And then from there, you can come in and do live concerts and broadcast for your live concerts and do your different stuff themselves and stuff. And
Well,
then
let me say
also
this,
have,
Linda, because Linda, I know where time is getting short as well. I know if there was something that you wanted to be sure that we got into the audience. I don't know if Kijana even had a commercial or whatever we were going to do to be sure that we close this thing. Because, see, when you get a genius, it just means that we got 4 or 5 shows to come on with him.
Absolutely. And this video that we're showing you guys is just the beginning of the rest of this evening. Because after we see this presentation, we're going to have a Q&A with Chester right here with us on screen. For those of you that's out there in Zoom land, you stay tuned for that. But this has been a wonderful time of getting to know Chester in all of his magnificence and him just sharing himself with us as he do with all of the world. Chester, it has been our honor. It has been our privilege. It is our pleasure. And once this is amazingly, we're going to see you over these 3 days event. I wanted to know, was that going to be online where we can all find you?
it will be it'll be online, and I will give you guys the station, and it's lined up because it has so much information, so many people I'm introducing and bringing them back in the spotlight. People said, "I didn't know that person did that." I said, "Yeah, the person could be right next door to somebody you don't even know."
Well, that's amazing. So we're definitely going to look forward to that. Thank you so much for all your amazing work. Thank you for Kijana for being there in the background with us, helping us
Yeah,
to get this on and look amazing. My partner Roscoe back there in the background. This is what we do. This is us collectively coming together to put our energies and efforts amazingly to all of you. So if anybody out there wants their own platform, this is the place to come and see and
yeah.
be. Thank you so much. Until we see you next month for another round of our honoree announcements, I'm Linda Sam, my partner Roscoe Lee Owens, and our honoree for February, Chester Whitmore.
Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Roscoe Lee Owens, and I'm excited because we're here in Lamert Park for the Jazz and Blues Society event that's going to feature a great young man, a genius in his own right. That's none other than Mr. Chester Whitmore. And with me, I am so excited to be in the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center with Miss Barbara Morrison. And here we go with our show. You know, you are the feature.
I am.
Yes, you are. This is Mr. Chester Whitmore. Go ahead. Tell me something about you, Chester. What's going on with that?
Well, most people call me this, most people call me that. Just don't talk about me when I'm gone. But I can tell you one thing. They call me an ETC. You know what that means? Etc. Etc. Etc.
That was extra.
Extra. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It's what I'm proud to be here up here, the Jazz and Blues Society out here, and the family show here, and of course here, Barbara Morrison, the home, the original, the home of blues and jazz. The only last stand where black art is at here in Los Angeles, California. I need to say so.
Yes, you can say that. Because you know what? Since we have the incomparable Miss Barbara Morrison here, let her share something about this beautiful room that so many great artists are coming to do what they need to do right here in Laverne Park.
Well, thank you all for joining us tonight in honor of Mr. Chester Whitmore. I'm also Mr. Roscoe Ward. I'm going to celebrate you whether you like it or not. That's what the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center is all about, recognizing the people who love what I love, jazz and blues. And we hope the reason that you're here is because you love it too. I'd like to say, send a shout out to Mr. Timothy Morganville and Miss Linda Morgan for operating the cameras and getting all this together as a unit to make it exciting for you, and we hope you enjoy yourself.
Because the teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, that's it.
So, Chester,
Yeah.
you're being celebrated because you have a very rich history in dance, music, and theater. Let's talk about that. Share so they will understand what's really going on with Chester Whitmore.
Well, a lot is going on my mind. I don't even know what's going on in my mind sometimes. That's how come I don't even sleep. I only get 3 hours of sleep a day. We work working. I'm always constantly thinking of stuff, and I'm afraid I might lose something if I don't go to sleep. But the theater and arts has always been in my life. I started off as as anybody else is before. I didn't even know about the dance world or anything else. I was a filmmaker, storyteller. I would always reimagine different things like that. And then I took my filmmaking degree was in Barnesdale Park. I was the only black there. And this was around in the 60s at that time. And from there, after that, I learned how to do documentaries. I learned there was no digital, none of this digital stuff. It was all movie owners and stuff. And I did a documentary, learned how to do documentaries, and that's what got me into the art of dance. I wanted to know what they had ballet, but I wanted to know about the Afro-American dances. I was interested in those type of dances you see in the old movies, like the black and white films with Bill Robinson and all the Fred Astaire and all the different people in it. And I used to go around and ask them, what style of dance is that? And he said, oh, that's called vernacular. They don't dance that no more. They don't even teach it. So that took me in my mind, so I had to study. To find out. Then I've been blessed to have numerous teachers, and I stumbled across a place called the Inner City Cultural Center. That's where I learned a lot of my theatrical abilities from Jimmy White, Rockmore, and met a lot of the people there. During that time, I was learning script writing. I was learning degrees of lighting skills, script writing, costume designing. Yeah, I learned everything. Because we as black people didn't have the fortunate of like the white people that you could go to this theater. We have to learn it hands-on. So if you didn't do the main star or whatever, you learned how to make the dress. You learned how to make the suit, But it was all right. Because you learn how to respect it as an artist and stuff. So I had the pleasure of meeting the great and legendary Bayard Nicholas, who was my teacher, my dance teacher. And he was the one to open the doors for me. My other dancers like Clarence Langley, I had great Leonard Reed, great promoter of black and white children. And I was blessed to started me to get around Europe. I had the first black company that went around the world 26 times. And that's just a sample. But you guys can tell me more about the big band stuff.
The big band. That's what it said. The big band leader.
Yeah, I can go into a lot of different, they're all different type of chapters. The big band, I came around, I was doing a lot of, learning a lot of music and loved a lot of type of music stuff. Ooh, hey, come on, girl, I was wondering where you were at.
Now that is our co-host, the wonderful, and I didn't want to, Linda Morgan, Sam.
Linda Sam, I am. Welcome, y'all. I was doing double duty back there.
That's how
And I know we are here to honor you for big band leader.
Yep, that's
And we heard about your great work in the video. And I know that we have a great video that they can see you doing your big band work. When Ma gets ready to punch that right on up on there for us, we'll be ready to go with that video. Because it is an honor and a privilege. Barbara and myself are partnered with the Lamert Park Jazz and Blues Society to honor 7 jazz and blues legends this year. You're our first honoree announcement tonight in February. In March, we got Whitney Lawrence Farrell and Teresa James. In April, we got Bobby West on piano. In May, we got Charles Smalls on guitar, y'all. And then coming and ending it up in June, we got Fritz. Welcome, Fritz. We see you out there on Zoom Live. Fritz Dijon Sr. and Romley Michael Davis rounding it out in June because the celebration will take place in July. So stay tuned for that, y'all. Saturday, July 31st. The Lamert Park Jazz and Blues Honoree celebration will take place right here in Lamert Park. And we may be down at the City Club downtown LA. So watch out for that announcement.
Down here in Lamert Park at the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
I like to think of it as up here. Yes. Me too, darling. Me too.
Up here.
Go ahead there, we're waiting for you. And this is, thank you all of our friends that are out there in Zoom land. Here is a great video, again, of Chester doing his big band work.
Big band.
Go get him, Chester.
Get him, Chester. Oh, big.
about that? Hello. Welcome back. Wasn't that amazing, y'all? I told y'all if you wanted to ask Chester a question, to drop it in the chat. I know Miss Joyce, when you dropped in the chat earlier that you were happy to take classes with Chester at the Oasis. Did you want to unmute Miss Joyce Montana? Let's see if we can hear her talk about that adventure with Chester at the Oasis. Can y'all hear me?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, Chester was teaching classes over at the Oasis, but of course I was one of his best students because I could really swing out. That was fun because I love to dance. And Chester can. He is a great teacher.
Oasis was the place. We had the band rehearsal on Wednesday nights, and we would be there dancing all through there. The second floor again. It was the second floor inside of Macy's.
Inside of it. Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for chiming in with us and telling us about your story with you and Chester and the Oasis dancing. Do we have any other questions out there in Zoom land? You probably will have to raise your hand or clap or something so that we can see, and our technician will unmute you, because we were not allowed you to unmute yourselves tonight so that we can keep that background noise down. But we are here for you. Chester's here. This is amazing work that he has done, and we are so excited to have him here with me and Barbara and Roscoe at the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center right here in Leimert Park. Yes. Is there anything in the chat there, engineer? I see that chat bubble is up. Somebody has their hand up. Bright Moments has their hand up. Go ahead and unmute Bright Moments. Welcome, Bright Moments, to the Zoom. You had a question?
I actually don't have a question. I'd like to just say good evening. And I just want you to know I'm so happy that you guys are doing this. I'm really enjoying it. And I am looking forward to the next featured guest. But this is totally awesome, good work. And I'm just happy to be here. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you so much. Please, if you guys could do a share and share this out with your friends and family. This is going to be coming to you every month, the last Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. But me and Barbara did have a conversation that we may be doing some Thursdays more frequently than our last Thursday of the month. Is that right, Miss Barbara?
Oh, yeah. So if you're interested, let us know.
Yes. So we're going to be doing a Thursday show every Thursday. So just give us some ideas and we will kick it off for you. Hello, Miss Sharon Green.
Oh, that's my teacher, Sharon Green. Oh, best acting coach teacher in the universe.
Ms. Joycelyn, you had another comment or a question that you wanted to ask us? Unmute Ms. Joycelyn. They're a mod. They don't have the ability to unmute themselves. I'm sorry about that. I generally just leave it open, but I wanted to make sure that we kind of give it a little control tonight.
She's not. Her hand not raised.
JJ's
guess is hand unraised.
Okay, go ahead and unmute Miss JJ then. Hello there. Yes. Do you see that? There you go. Hi, JJ. Welcome to the show.
Hey, chat.
Hey, how you doing?
You look better on Zoom.
So I need to be on Zoom more often, huh?
You know what? You called me. Remember, you called me a messenger, and I called you back, but you didn't answer.
Well, I'm in different countries every 5 minutes.
What?
I'm in a different country every 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, well, next time you call me, tell me where you are, because if you're in another country, I'm not going to call you back.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having that dialogue with Chester here live. Thank you so much for that. Miss Sharon Green.
Bye, Jet. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, dear. Thank you. Love you. Miss Sharon Green. Raise her hand there, Ahmad. This is so wonderful to be able to communicate with you guys while we're here live.
Can you mute me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello,
everybody. Hello. We love you so much.
Hey. Well, you know what? It's great to be able to talk to all four of you. I'm gonna start over there with Miss Barbara. You know, Miss Barbara and I have known each other for years, and she's such a fantastic person, and she's my spirit, because whenever I think, oh, there's something that Sharon can't do, she thinks of Barbara, and she understands all these things can get done. Now, I'm going to say this about Chester. Chester and I have known each other for I don't know how long. On my Broadway shows and on my everything, Chester was the choreographer, the star, the person who held all the dance groups together.
Oh.
He's just everything, as well as a fantastic musician and talent. And I so appreciate, Linda, the two of you being out and celebrating people and making sure that the community and everyone continues to know that the people that have come before them have given so much and still are to them. And so sometimes we need to be able to pass that information electronically because the younger people don't know. And I always tell them that I'm a combination of everybody that has come before me, and that includes all four of you. So thank you so much. And I look forward, Barbara, I try to catch absolutely everything. So I'm here. I'm not that good technically, you guys. So right now on my screen, there's a lot of writing and a lot of stuff that's blocking out your faces and things, but I'll get it right next time.
Well, thank you so much, Sharon, for coming on and talking to us. I'd like to butt in here. Sharon has been such a rich part of my life and helping me not only in acting and in music, but in just treating people nice. And Linda has started this whole thing, the Living Legend Foundation, and she started bringing attention to people of color and people who never had recognition. And Sharon, just, I don't know how long she's been doing this, but she has gotten more stars in her performances or her shows than anybody I know of color. And I would like to take my hat off to you, Sharon. And
thank
you. I love her. I'm trying to get her husband, but she won't give it to me. Hi, Chester. But thank you guys, okay?
He said hi. He waved to you because you know he's right here with me. Whenever I'm out, you know, I have to say which one is my husband because there's two Chesters and it's like, well, actually they both are. But thank you so much. I'm enjoying it. And thank you for the invitation. And thank you for keeping us all informed and saluting the wonderful people that you do.
Yes. Well, you guys, we really appreciate you being here. We really want to showcase Chester this evening. They're mocking me because I have my mask on. But we really got one more video to show you of Chester and his amazing work. And we'll come right back. If you have more questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and we will come right back to you. Hang on right there.
colored weather, a time for make believe. What we've been dreaming of. As time goes drifting by, the willow bends, and so do I. But oh, my friend, whatever sky above, I've no time for spring, no time for fall, but best of all, a time for love.
Say, folks, it's Chester Whitmore, Central Avenue Review. Take a bow. Gentlemen and ladies.
Just about some of this that you got going on here, Mr. Chester Whitmore.
Yeah, the old school. I said old school. The new school's okay, but you don't got that feel. My band members always say, when you read the music, you read it. When you're gonna play it, you gotta play it. It's a big difference, quite different. And they usually guys that come in and want to play the band. The guy said, "Oh, have you played in this band before? You heard about it?" He said, "You got seatbelts on your seat. You better be ready because it's gonna be an experience. And if you playing and if he's conducting, I'm not dancing, then we're not playing music right."
It's just enough dancing, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening because I know the people ain't gonna dance. You know, it's all. I take the words of the old Count Basie says. He looks at everybody in there. If they're not snapping their fingers, their heads, the music is not being played.
You know, I just want to say something because it was such a sweet sound coming from my left side over here as it was going. Miss Barbara Morrison was, woo, what was you doing, Miss Barbara Morrison?
I was remember the time when Kenny Burrell,
yes,
Catalina's, and I sang that song, and he called me on the phone and said, "Hey, Barbara, who you put that on your album?" I said, "Can you? Is you crazy?" Then I got on there and knew y'all was singing that song. That was written by Duke's son, Mercer Ellington. Mercer Ellington. Well, you know what, guys? This has been a one heck of an hour with you guys here on Zoom. Thank you for joining us. Bob Lee just joined us. You spoke about earlier. He's out there on Zoom land. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Please come back. Please come back and tell a friend. Tell a friend, tell a friend. We'll be here every last Thursday of the month with our new honoree announcements. But stay tuned, because me and Barbara got some stuff up our sleeves on Thursday evening. So stay tuned for the Lamar Park Jazz and Blues Society as we bring you more programming right here from Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. We love you, Bob Lee.
Yeah. There you go, and you know I do Bob Lee, bass player extraordinaire.
Isn't he wonderful? Yes. So I'm not sure if there was any other questions or if anyone wanted to say anything, but we have had a great time. And our hour is up, y'all. It went so fast, but we appreciate you. I see someone just put their hands up. Can't see the name because I can't see it. Do you see it?
They're so,
Engineer,
they're so teeny. They're so small.
Yeah, our screen is so, put it on green so we can see the highest highlight of our screen. And we'll take this last person that raised their hand. I think it was Joyce. What is that? Was it Joycelyn? Go to see if it was Joycelyn Tomlin. Ms. Tomlin, what would you like to say to us tonight? We appreciate you sharing your evening with us.
What? What did you say?
I said, we appreciate you being here with us. Did you raise your hand and you had something you wanted to say?
What?
Have a good night. We'll see you Friday.
Okay, you guys were.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. We'll see you later. Thank you.